Hello everyone, and welcome back to Genshin Impact. Today I'm making a video that's pretty different from other stuff I've made, but I'm very, very excited. Um, Flins came out, I think, about a week ago, and before he ever came out, I really wanted to make really silly and cursed teams with him to see if they would work. So that's kind of like the goal for today. I'm probably gonna like try to start off with more like normal like teams, and as like the video progresses, they'll get like sillier or weirder, hopefully. But I don't know. I'm very excited. He's very fun to play. And he's normally a pretty restrictive character when it comes to team building, so I wanted to see what kind of goofier, sillier spins, like how doing that would turn out. Um, Before I start though, I would like to mention that I am a very, very casual player. I've like never really damage tested that much before this. I don't know super duper optimal team rotations. I'm purely doing this for fun, and I don't know. I just wanted to see what like really unhinged Flins teams would be like. Um, I did also want to mention, in pretty much every team, I will have either Ino or Anefa in it. And that's mostly just because for the not cry characters, especially for Flins, having two characters from not cry to get Ascendant Gleam just makes it a lot better and it would be easier to, I guess, compare and contrast for consistency's sake, but also because when Flins does any of his bursts, if you have Ascendant Gleam, it does like extra hits of his burst. It'll do more damage, and it's more satisfying and fun. The other thing I wanted to mention is I was able to get Flins to C2 when I was pulling for him. I haven't activated them yet. I do have his weapon, but for this video, he will be C0. Same with Ino. She is also C0. I can C6 her. I think I'll activate Constellations at like the very end to see just how much of a difference it makes, or I guess just how much more fun it is, maybe. I don't know. The other thing is I wanted to mention for my Flins, I can finally triple crown him. Boom! So for this video, he will be triple crowned. His build isn't the best, but it's pretty okay. I think now we can actually finally start with the first team, which will be probably Flins's most standard go-to team. Okay, so for this team, to my knowledge, this is probably either one of the best or the best current Flins team you can use. It does include Anefa, and I just wanted to say real quick, don't despair if you didn't get Anefa. There are plenty of Electro characters that work really well with Flins as well. Again, like I said, this is probably his best team, which is nice that it uses 2 4-stars, and it's just kind of like to start off as like more of a control. But I have a very standard, just regular build for Flins. Ino is on Serenade with Favonius. She's honestly not really built at all, but Ino is a really like great teammate for Flins, even at like super duper low investment. My Sucrose, I tried my best to build her. I don't use her a whole ton, but she is also just another really great teammate for Flins. And for my Anefa, she's on 4-piece Gilded. I know there's like a few different artifact sets you could run her on, but I tried my best. But with that out of the way, I can finally actually test the team now. And again, I'm probably not going to play a lot of these teams perfectly. I'm trying my best, but like I said, I'm not usually very good at team rotations. Go boom!
Be silent.
Okay. That went very well, to probably the surprise of no one. But with that out of the way, I'd like to move on to the next team, which is probably just my personal favorite Flins team. Alright, so this is probably currently my favorite Flins team, not because it's particularly the best for him, but because it just combines 4 characters that I really love playing and I think are really cool. I would like to mention that in pretty much every case, Sucrose will always be better than Kozwa because she gives more EM, which really helps Lunar charged, and Kozwa gives damage bonus, which doesn't really help Flins as much. His electro damage is okay, but again, like most Lunar charge damage comes from like elemental mastery and like attack. But again, I really love using Kozwa, so that's why he's in this team. He's on PV. He is C1, not C2. My Yelan is also C1, and they both have pretty standard builds. And for this, my Inefa is on 4-piece Serenade. But yeah, this team may not be the best, but I especially just really love it for the overworld, just kind of running around, doing whatever I want. And it's, again, just a lot of characters that I really love playing. Wake up, buddy. We have testing to do. So that team technically wasn't so bad, but in more endgame modes, like Stygian Onslaught or even Abyss, it's not the most ideal. However, in my opinion, it is just very fun. But now that we have that team out of the way, let's move on to the next one. Okay, this is where the teams definitely start to get a bit more questionable. But the main point and an inspiration for this team is one, Childe's like my favorite character, and two, super duper not copium. Sometimes when you do like much longer rotations, it could be cool to have a second DPS to use when Flins is like off cooldown. But the bigger justification, right, is that since Childe is in the party, Flins' normal attack is now at 11. Ooh, that's totally really helpful, and I'm not just using this team because it's really funny. Or just fun because it's the characters I like. Anyways, this is gonna be amazing. Alright? Childe is about to contribute so much to this team. It's insane. Oh, okay. Or don't crit, that's very Anyways, this team is peak. I don't think anything else really needs to be said about it. Okay, so in similar fashion to the last team, this team is like a Flins Neuvillette team, and it's very, very good. Trust me. I guess at least the thing it's really good at is it has extremely high damage output, I guess, but it's not really the most consistent or best team of all time. It's just kind of like, what if we took a bunch of random characters and put them in a blender together? But it can still be very fun, and I don't know. I think that this is like one of the more like peak silly teams of just, what if I do this just because I can?
Go! You're free now! Farewell! Be silent.
Ooh. Now it's Neuvillette's turn. Boom! No, this is still a Flins team, trust.
Tell me what you see. Observe. Be silent. Night falls.
So that could have probably gone a bit better, but I mean, hey, that I defeated the boss. I mean, it worked. It was a little strange maybe, but there's nothing wrong with that.
Ghosts.
This team is definitely a bit more interesting than the last one. You can kind of do Furina with Flins if you really want. She still has off-field Hydro application, which is technically good for Flins teams. However, the problem with Furina is she buffs a lot of damage percent, which, again, isn't very good for Lunar Charge teams. However, she's still an okay-ish option. Like, if you really love Furina, then sure, go for it. But I thought it would honestly be way funnier to fully dedicate and just do 4-piece Morchase on Flins and just see how that goes. This is definitely not a kind of team I would recommend, but it kind of functions, at least. Ooh! Wait, that still did damage. See, again, like, is it a really good Flins team? Probably not, but it at least still does function. And, I don't know, maybe if you're having a really hard time farming the new set, but you have Furina, I mean, I guess it could work. But I don't think I'd really specifically recommend it. This team is more of a bonus slash special team. I'm not expecting to be able to actually defeat the boss with this one, but my main inspiration for this team was just to see how fast I can get Flins' normal attacks to be, which I think is pretty funny. And that's with the use of like C2 Gene, Yunjin's Burst, and Chongyin's Skill. I also have Flins on 4-piece Gladiator because it's more normal attack damage, but again, this team is more just to see how fast it can actually go. I think there's some other characters that buff normal attack damage or normal attack speed, but I don't have those.
A touch of frost.
Go, Flins, go!
Close your eyes.
I mean, that is very fast. Boom! Wow, that's so much damage. Oh my goodness.
One with my blade. Spirit blade. Burn no more.
Yeah. Alright, this is where the teams definitely start to get a bit more silly, crazy even. Definitely, like, what's going on. But, I have been very excited to try this team for a pretty long time. The initial inspiration came from the fact that in one of Flins' first trailers, to showcase Lunar Charged, they had the Hydro and Electro symbols show up at the same time. And a lot of my friends were like, oh wow, is Flins like 2 elements? And I was like, no, that was just how they were showing Lunar Charged. But I then had the thought of, well, what if he could be Hydro and Electro at the same time? So that's what led to the creation of this team, which I'm sure will be very great indeed.
Defensive mode engaged. Annihilation mode. Strike is one. Grant us your blessing.
Ooh! Get him, Flins! Oh my gosh, Flins is my new favorite Hydro character. Let's go! And also the normal attacks aren't doing super horrible damage.
Installation check.
Close your eyes.
You can still, like, try to do his burst and stuff as well.
Observe.
Boom!
Defensive mode engaged.
I mean, it kinda worked. I mean, I was able to defeat the boss at least, but this is definitely one of the teams of all time. Alright, this next team is definitely pretty interesting, but to give it more of a fighting chance, I will be fighting against the Hydrotopia. However, the point of this team is to be a Hyperbloom team of sorts, I guess, but it's, very unconventional to say the least, but hey, I mean, maybe Hyperbloom Flins is the meta we all would have overlooked if it wasn't for, this. I don't know, man. I'm just really curious to see how it's gonna go.
Drag him into the darkness. Seems like an emergency.
Oh!
Be silent. Close your
Oop.
eyes. Too dark. A bit of hell to swallow. Close your eyes. Observe. Too
Oh.
dark.
I mean, it kind of worked. Again, it was a lot better because it was against a Hydra enemy, but I mean, it's okay, I guess. Alright, so I'm honestly just really excited to test this team, which is a Flins Overload team using Chevros, and the builds aren't the best, but I tried my best. You could also just like do a lot of different variations of this team, but I don't know, I decided to use this lineup. I think the idea of just doing a Flins Overload team is really funny, but I will be fighting the Hydrotopia for this since it works best against an enemy infused with Hydro, since you can also still do Lunar Charge. Ooh! Well, unfortunately, I didn't really get to actually play Flins that much in this team, but it is very fun. And if you have Chevros, I honestly recommend trying to make your own Flins Overload teams. It's honestly just really silly. Alright, so this is definitely a more unhinged team, but I mean, honestly, physical Flins sounds like a really good, overall great idea. I mean, it probably honestly sounds like his best team, let's be real. But, I don't really know what else I can say other than let's get Flinsical. I'm so sorry.
Defensive mode engaged. Everybody stand back! Lights out. Yeah!
Boom! I mean, hey, his normal attacks are doing pretty decent damage. His burst kind of exists, I guess. That wasn't very great. I don't even know if I can defeat the boss here, I'm gonna be real. Let's get it! Yeah, this team might not really be it, but hey, I mean, who am I to judge, right? I mean, hey, 11,000 for a normal dex, not too bad. If this is your favorite way to play this character, then That's definitely very normal and very cool. Anyways, let's move on to the next team. Was anyone out there who was like, man, I really wish Flins had been a cryo DPS? Well, you don't need to despair any longer because you can technically still get what you wished for. I just don't think it'd personally be a very good idea or great experience, but I mean, hey, it's definitely a thing that could exist, I guess. I don't know. maybe Cryo Flins is the next meta, and we all just need to give it more of a chance. You ever think about it like that?
Off to the breather. Lash attack.
Go Flins, go! Go Flins, go! Boom!
Beware the creatures of the night.
Wow, that huh. That's definitely something that could exist. Go Flins, go! Be the best cryo DPS of all time! I'd like to see Skirk do this! I mean, honestly, if you had enough dedication, you could probably defeat the boss and make this team work. I don't know if I really have that in me, though. Oh god. Or I could just skill issue, that works. Ooh, go Cryo Flins. This is so bad. Boom! Wow, that's I do fear Cryo Flins will be the next meta. Trust my words. This is definitely the truth. Just as a quick little bonus team, I wanted to share a team I played a surprising amount when Anefa first came out, which is Arlecchino Lunar Charged. I know this is supposed to be all about Flins, but honestly, I had so much fun playing this team, especially in the overworld, that I just wanted to recommend it to other people to give it a try. If you have Arlecchino or some other DPS that is really unconventional in the Lunar Charge team, honestly, I'd give it a try. Like, my Nefa's not even on the right set, but it doesn't really matter. I just think this team's really fun and really silly. Go, Arlecchino, go! Okay. Again, it's not like the best Arlecchino team, but personally I think it's really fun and silly. So I just wanted to share it. Alright, now we can move on. Okay, well that's technically all the silly teams I had planned for today. However, like I promised at the very beginning, I'm gonna try to pull for C3 Flins. The highest constellation I have for a limited character is C2. It'd be really awesome if I could get him to C3, but honestly, Flins at C0 is some of the most fun I've had in Genshin in quite a while. I just really love his character and I think he's super fun, so again, I would be absolutely thrilled to get C3, but if I lose, I'll have guaranteed for the future, and I'm also very okay with that, so I just wanted to see what happens. I'm at 53 pity, so I should be able to get a 5-star, maybe like 25-ish pulls, something like that, so let's just see what happens. Boom. Hey, another Sucrose. I think I now have all the 4 stars on the banner at C6, so the 4 stars definitely don't matter. Oh, ooh! Wait, it's like very slightly early. I'm honestly kind of nervous. I would be so happy if I could get Flins to C3 again. If I lose, that's okay. Some of the other characters I think I want in the future were like Columbina or Durin, so I could just save guaranteed for them. But also C3 sounds really unnecessary but really fun. Oh my gosh. I actually got a limited character to C3. That's so crazy. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Hey, I have perception. Nice to see you. Oh my gosh. Wait, that's so cool. Okay, again, having C3 Flins is extremely unnecessary, but I'm so excited right now. Okay, I'm gonna do one more 10 pull just for funs, I guess, because I don't know, I can, whatever. Hey, look, another I know. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. I honestly feel really scared to activate them. I don't know in the future if I'd ever go for more constellations for Flins. I mean, I could. I can see what happens, but I'm I'm so excited, man. This feels just like actually just really wrong, but I don't know. I'm just so happy. This is so cool. Oh, that's so weird. Like, I don't know. Like, I have a few characters, a few limited 5 stars at C2, but I've never gotten more than that, so it's just really weird. I'll also activate Ino's constellations now. Her C1 and C6 buff Flint's teams the most because her C1 gives like more elemental mastery to the team, and I don't quite remember what her C6 does. Oh, it just like increases like lunar charged damage for the team, so that's really cool. Hey, I don't know. Again, this part is just like super silly and for fun. Like C0 Flins with C0 Ino is honestly still really good and pretty fun. I just wanted to see I don't know how much of a difference it makes, or I don't know, I just wanted to have fun. I just wanted to see what it was like. So I guess I'll go to the testing now. Okay, so again, this is just to compare to the previous setup that I used to see just how much of a difference having Flint at C3 and Ino at C6 would make. But this should be the same setup as my initial Sucrose team. And yeah, I just want to see how this goes, I guess. I don't know. Come here, buddy. Whoa. Ah, I see. That was very fast. I don't know what else I was expecting, but dang, I barely even got to play Flint. Alright, as one last little bonus, I wanted to also use this team to compare how much of a difference it makes, especially since this is the team I like using with Flins the most. And again, the main difference is just he's C3 now, but the other characters should be on the same build still. I'm just, I don't know, I still can't believe it. I'm just really excited. Ooh, I kind of feel bad for this guy, all I do is beat him up. Goodbye! Oh my gosh. I don't even get to do a second mini burst, that's crazy. Alright, well, I'd say that was a pretty decent comparison. It'd obviously be different if the boss had a lot more HP and I could do a longer rotation, but whatever, I guess. Alright, well, that wraps up all of the silly Flins teams and testing I wanted to do. I still genuinely can't believe I was actually able to get him to C3. Like, that's just actually crazy. But I really hope everyone who's been getting Flins lately and playing him has had a lot of fun. I think he's personally just a really fun character and one of my favorite characters in general. But if you made it this far in the video, thank you so very much for watching, seriously. And I hope you all have a really good rest of your day. Bye bye!